Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League, using my vast years of coaching experience, giving you some insight to maybe if you want to become a better coach or a player, learn a thing or two and not make the same stupid mistakes as some of these players do, or sometimes you just want to have a bit of a laugh. So this is the place to be. Give us a subscribe if you want. It does make you sexier. It is scientifically proven if you subscribe to me, you become sexier. I've seen it happen. But right now we're looking at Tottenham in the decline, and the reason why Tottenham are in the decline is because after their horror show, it's Chelsea with players being sent off and injuries, then what you have to do is rely on your next best three players. And the next best three players aren't good enough to keep playing them at the standard that they have. And we're going to find out more and more. Thankfully, they've got the international break so they can get some recovery back there. Because they had a lot of players go off, and of course they got some suspensions and all sorts of drama for them. But they need to get back to full health as fast as they can to sort of, if they want to stay in the top four and fight through their December fixtures coming up. But I want you to look at this long pass here, right? This is a terrible pass. And it goes all the way over to here. Now, people tell you not to make these passes across the middle of the field. Now, the reason they do that is because generally they're thinking that the other team is going to be intercepting them and doing something. They're going to be watching what's going on, and they can intercept this pass coming across here, but they don't. Watch his movement. Watch this guy's movement as he goes, right? You see him, he start to go, and he hesitates because he thinks this guy's going to win the ball, and he doesn't just do what he's supposed to do, is win the ball. So he takes his eye off it completely and hesitates and panics, as they both do. Look, boom. And it goes on all the way through to the other side. This is how they end up scoring their goal. Just because he couldn't be bothered to actually look at the ball and win the ball there. And he might have clattered into the player. Great, win the ball, have a bit of a hit into the other player and be a hero. Instead he's not, he's a zero. This goes out wide here. Now, you've got all the time in the world, but you can see also that this thing happens is when the whole team goes into second gear. They all stop moving and they're all jogging. You can see them all right now. No one's really trying to defend this ball here. No one's really kind of interested. Look, oh yeah, we're doing our thing. Yeah. So all of it does is it takes a little bit of creativity and a little bit of movement, and they'll tear you apart. And this is what happens. Watch. I want you to watch this dynamic run. He's pulling. He knows he's 2v1 here. He knows he's coming back out here into the space. Why does he know the space is going to come here? Because he can see the overlap, right? As soon as he sees that overlap going, you can see what he's watching. He can see that and he can see that. As this player's going to go here, it's going to pull them all down here and open up this space here. That's what he's kind of hoping for. Things change, but you can see that's what he's looking to do here. See, look, he's coming into that space. He's waiting there for these guys to track. All of a sudden, he does a bit of skill on the outside here. Boom. Watch this guy here. Watch this guy. As that move happens, watch his whole body reset and his mind reset, going, oh, I know where I need to be now. Watch. You can see it. Boom. There you go. Oh, chink. I've got to be in the box. I've got to go in the box. And immediately goes. That space has been created. Now he's trying to get in and get on the end of something. Blosh, blosh, blosh. I'm not. My mate's already there. Fantastic. Overall, good goal. But you can see the movement of the one in the middle creates for the one on the outside, and how everyone there is playing perfectly together. Understanding where the spaces are going to be. Even though, does he touch the ball? No. Does he get the goal? No. Does he do, his runs are help create all of the space for these two centre-backs to be unawares on the back post. Good team goal, but it's not enough. Let's look at the next goal. Oh, here we are. And now let's look at this Wolves goal. You can see when the ball goes out here, there's not really much going on. But all of a sudden, you can see the trigger of the run. This guy starts running, he sees it, and he starts putting in a ball. Right, let's watch this. As he goes, boom, 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 he's got his hand up, so he goes, okay, I've got one target, and then this run happens, boom, and as he goes. Now here, you're not quite sure if he's trying to feed this player, or because the guy had his hand up, and he sees this run, so as he makes this run, you're assuming here the player on the ball, that this player and this player is going to go with the player on the run, and hopefully your ball can get through to that guy, and he can score. If that's what his intention was, we'll never know, because his ball turns out to be a great pass to this guy here, who takes a touch, and smashes it into the net box. Quality finish, no one near him. But, so if you ever hear about deep running midfielders or, it's hard to mark the midfielder, just no one tracks the runner. Here, look, you can see, everyone's squeezing to the ball here. We've got a runner. There's two players completely unmarked. He's not doing his job. He's not doing his job. Someone needs to go with the runner. They just don't bother. They just let him go. Look, they just let him go. Man on a run. Boom. In he goes straight away. If you're going to defend like that, he's like, oh, it's not my player. Look at his hands up. I know you're trying to say, oh, you're trying to call it being offside. He's got, yeah, but it's not my player. Mate, yeah, it probably is actually. Because all the time what's going on here, you're having a look in the inside, you see that there's no player, you track, but you don't look behind you. And these two players are ended up unmarked, this whole little sequence of events, and causing them a goal. Let's look at the next goal, see what we can find. In good old Cash fashion, I find something else I want to show you before I get on to the next goal. Just look at the concentration on his face right here. He's in the air, wow, Bruce Lee in it, receiving the ball. And as he starts to come down here, look at his eyes, focused totally on the ball. Couldn't care where the goalkeeper is, couldn't care where the defenders are. Focused on the ball, doesn't look at anywhere else. And he just hits it as hard as he can, straight onto the target. Perfect, absolutely perfect technique. Well done, wee man, well done. If you take your eyes off the ball, you make mistakes. He doesn't. If you're going to get clattered, you're going to get clattered. Don't worry about it. Focus on the ball and make a clean strike. Get yourself a goal and be a hero. Well done, mate. Well done. Now, here we go. This is the exact same goal scored again. Exact same thing. 2 players here unmarked and the ball's out wide. Exactly the same, but it's in the inverse. Right, off we go. Blum, 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 running. You can see he's checked him this time. He knows he should be going with the runner. We have a midfielder that is aware and he has paid attention, but does he actually bother to track him? No, he stops and looks at the football. Time he looks at his player again. Oh, he can't look. He's trying to block. Look at them both putting their hands behind the back, thinking that this guy's shooting. And he plays a great little dink ball through all of them. Blump. And the guy falls over as he takes a shot and gets himself a goal. Well done, wee man. Well done. But again, this guy was supposed to be going with a run. He doesn't bother. So let's be a fair. Right, let's give him a bit of a credit. And he hasn't done his job. But he's passed him on to this guy here, who no longer has done his job as well. That's pretty poor. They've got to be better than that. They really do. And as we move this forward, we can see, look how static he is by the time the player's already through. But there we go. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football. We've got a lot of Premier League to break down. Pay attention if you're still here for the end of the season, where I put all the goals into one long video, all the goals scored and conceded of your team. See you next time on Cash Talks Football.